I have put together a list of reasons why your relationships could be failing. Number one is lack of boundaries. Without a strong sense of self, you may lack setting healthy boundaries, putting you in a position to be focused on the needs of others while failing to communicate your own needs. This will lead to resentment and emotional exhaustion. Number one, lack of healthy boundaries. Number two, dependency and validation. Because you don't know who you are, you're looking for someone else to validate who you are. You're depending so much on that other person for emotional support that it doesn't work out. And so what does that look like? It really means that before I can really have a strong, healthy relationship with someone else, I have to take the time to work on who I am, get a sense of what I like, my dislikes, before I actually go into a relationship, trying to figure out what they like and hoping that they will be concerned about what I like, right? So dependency and or validation. The third one is inauthentic connection. Inauthentic connections. You're unsure again of who you are. And so now you show up pretending to be someone that you're not. And then when the real you come out, this other person is trying to figure out, okay, who are you? And so often we find ourselves fighting and staying in relationships trying to get the representative back. You heard me right, the representative. Now think about this. When you first meet someone, they don't tell you, after you fall in love with me, I'm going to, molest your child, or I'm going to punch you in your face, I'm going to cheat on you. They don't come in saying that. No, when they first meet you or you first meet them, they want to take you out to eat. They may talk to you on the phone. They're responding to text messages immediately. And soon as they feel like they got you hooked, then the real them come out. And so your relationships could be failing because you're not taking the time, one, to get to know yourself, two, to get to know the other person before you actually dive all in. The next one is we lose ourselves in relationships. So often we just thirst and hunger for intimacy that once we feel we got it, we begin to lose who we are, the essence of who we are. So now we have this relationship and we don't even really have no personal desires, no personal goals, no personal pursuits. All we're thinking is, I want to be connected to someone. That, my dear, comes from unmet childhood needs. Unmet childhood needs, trauma. And so I encourage you to make sure you take the time. Take the time to really get to know yourself before you get in another relationship. If you're currently in a relationship, sit down with your partner, sit down with your significant other, and talk about where you're going. If you don't know where you're going, how do you know what roadmap do you need or are you using to get there? I tell you, without you truly having a good, healthy self-identity, your relationships are going to fail. And let me tell you, these relationships don't always have to be intimate partner relationships. It can be friendships. You can have a needy personality that will literally drive people away. So again, you must understand and take the time out to figure out who you are. Not your identity, but your real, true, authentic identity. What do I mean by identity? Identity is what our experiences, our environment, our family structure has told us that we are, right? We'll never be successful. We don't look good enough. We don't fit the part, all of that stuff. That's our identity. But I encourage you to really take time, journal it out, read, see who am I for real? Who am I once I take the mask off? Who am I outside of the childhood hurt? Who am I outside of the divorce, that last breakup? Who am I? So I encourage you, take the time to figure out who you are. There's a price if you don't. And the price is continued pain, a recycle of traumatic relationships because you were so busy being in a rush, trying to get in a relationship that you did not take the time to get in a relationship with yourself. So you want to know the answer to why your relationships fail? Number one, the relationship with self is lacking. Join me next time as we continue on this path of understanding why our relationships fail. And don't forget, like and subscribe, share it with someone that you feel would benefit from this information. We're on the path to healing, and healing is not external, it's internal. I'll see you next time.